Hey guys, what is going on? This is ETG. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you guys an epic 200k squad builder. These right here are the exact prices at this time, about 185k on the Xbox and 204k on the PlayStation. Now this team is going to be built around the new player of the month, Carlos Vela. The Mexican beast broke the record for the most goals in an MLS season. He should have gotten a record breaker card and it should have been in the weekly objectives, but for some reason EA seems to be kind of a bit off this year. Last year they had a lot of content and this year there seems to be something off. This is the first decently priced SBC player we have had so far. Vela is super cheap. I'm gonna be giving you guys my opinion on this card. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. Leave a like on the video if you do, subscribe if you're new, and let me know down below in the comment section what team you guys do want to see next. So let's go ahead and start building this team that I'm gonna be building in the 4-5-1 formation. Although in game I do play in a different formation, so let's go ahead and get into the team. The goalkeeper is going to be from La Liga and we're going to be going with Neto, a very good goalkeeper, 6'3". You can use any La Liga goalkeeper. From what I played of so far, I think Neto is probably the best cheap option. Then the center back on the right, we're going to be going with Gabriel Paulista. Now this guy is a cheap beast, 71 pace, 83 defending, 6'2", low high work rates, probably the best center back under 5k. This guy in game is fantastic, 84 stand tackle, 85 aggression, really aggressive, intercepts everything. Then the center back on the left hand side, it is going to be another Brazilian, that is going to be Eder Militao, only 81 rated, but in game this guy's one of the top center backs, 79 pace, so really quick, very agile for a center back, turns really quickly. The defensive stats aren't the best, but this guy for some reason, as I've said, is just incredible in game. He's definitely up there with like Sergio Ramos, Varane, about 20k, so kind of expensive for an 81, but that just shows you how good he is in game. So then the left back, it is going to be a player from the Prem, that is going to be Luke Shaw. After Robertson, probably the best left back, decent pace, really good defensively, not too bad on the ball as well, only about 3k, so quite cheap. That's been the left back. Then the right back, it is going to be a player from the Bundesliga, that is going to be the Costa. Now he's a player that isn't as good as last year. This year you really need quicker fullbacks, and also heading really doesn't matter, so the Costa, not the best player, but he's mainly in the team for the chemistry. I still think he's probably the best right back that's German. I know there's Kimmich, but Kimmich really doesn't have enough pace. He's more like of a center mid. The Costa still played quite well, 84 sprint speed, so doesn't feel that slow. I think his main problem is that he's a bit clunky, so that right there has been the defense. Then moving to the midfield, the center mid is going to be the most expensive player of the team, but this guy in game is incredible. It is going to be De Jong. He is about 75k, so a bit expensive for an 85, and I know he is the main price of the team, but this guy is 100% worth it. One of the best midfielders in the game, almost every stat of 70, 84 passing, 88 dribbling, 4-shot skills, really good on the ball, very agile, quite good on the attack, and not too bad defensively. Again, I know he is kind of expensive. He is a bit hyped up, and that's one of the reasons why, but this guy in game is just fantastic. You can play him as a CDM, center mid. On the ball, this guy is insane. It has really good passing, a decent shot as well, even though the shooting stats aren't the best, and he actually does feel pretty strong in game, so really complete midfielder. In my opinion, probably the best midfielder in La Liga. Then the right mid, it is going to be a player from the Bundesliga, that is going to be Gnabry. Now he dropped in price quite a bit over the past couple of days, so only about 21k, 90 pace, 82 shooting, 85 dribbling, 4-star, rapid pace, really good finishing for a winger, and he isn't the weakest player either, 69 strength. I do play him as a striker in a game and he plays really well in that position, gets me quite a few goals. So then the left mid, it is going to be a player from the Prem, that is going to be Martial, and this guy I think might be back. Last year he wasn't the best. I really didn't face him too much, but this year this guy is incredible in game, 89 pace, 85 dribbling, 81 shooting, 6 foot, about 40k, so not that expensive. He did drop in price quite a bit, great pace, really good finishing, very strong as well for a winger. He does feel quite agile as well, even though he's a bit on the taller side. As a striker, this guy is so effective. So in the center attacking mid on the left hand side, we are going to be going with a player that I did have to use for chemistry, that is going to be the center mid Guardado. Again, before you leave a comment below saying that this guy is horrible, I did have to use him for chemistry and he isn't that bad. You can always sub him off, almost every stab of 70, 5'7", 4-shot skills, quite good on the ball, not too bad defensively, and has a decent shot on him. If I were you guys, I would have someone in the bench to sub him off for. He is okay, but kind of a weak link in this team. Then the other center attacking mid, it is going to be another Mexican, that is going to be Herrera, and this guy is actually quite good. He does have average stab of 70, 6'1", high work rates, really good stamina, just really well rounded. I do play him as a CDM in game and he plays quite well in that position. Then the final player, it is going to be of course the Mexican beast, that is going to be the SBC player of the month. month, Carlos Vela. Now this guy has been incredible so far in the MLS. He did break the record for the most goals scored in a season. I believe right now he does have 31 games played, and I think it's 34 goals and then like 15 assists. Those right there are Messi-like stats. I know it isn't the MLS, but still, you gotta give him credit. He got this player of the month on FIFA today, and it should have been a record breaker, honestly. It should have been also on the weekly objectives. As I said in the beginning, EA seems to be off this year. They really haven't dropped any good content so far. Every other player SBC they dropped has been overpriced. Vela is actually quite cheap though. I believe he's about 25 to 30k, so a really reasonable price. I believe SBC Martinez was over 100k, so a lot more expensive. Just for that price, I think this Vela is worth it 100%. The SBC really couldn't be any cheaper. For me, the SBC was only about 10k, so kind of a no-brainer. So now looking at this card, he does have 87 shooting, 88 dribbling, 5'10", high-low work rates, 2-star weak foot, 4-star skills, and the in-game stats, they look quite good. He does have decent pace, incredible shooting, really good finishing, decent passing, awesome dribbling. Then physically, he isn't that bad. He does have 77 stamina. That isn't the greatest, but stamina is kind of broken this year. 70 strength, so not the weakest player either. And talking about how he plays in game, the main pro with this card is the finishing. This guy on the left foot is really clinical, but again, you have to shoot it on the left foot. That weak foot is kind of a big problem, but that really is his only problem other than being kind of hard to get into a team. There really aren't too many usable MLS or Mexican players. Other than those two issues, as I've said, this guy is really good in game. You can play him as a striker, as a cam. I think he's definitely suited better for the cam position, but as a striker, he isn't bad. The work rates are quite good for a striker. A very good SBC overall. Go ahead and do the SBC before it expires. I think it does expire in quite a while, so about a month time. Even if you guys don't build this team, you can always use him as a super sub, and since he is first owner, he should help you with weekly objectives. So that's my opinion on this card, and that right there has been the team built. For about 200k, this is a great team. I played really well in game, and showing you guys how it does play in game. I do play in the 4-1-2-1-2 second variation. Herrera does play as a CDM, then Vela as a cam with Nabri and Martial up top. That's the best way to play with this team in game, although you can also play if you want in the 4-2-3-1. And then I would play Guardado as striker and sub him off for someone like Perisic. So now showing you guys my custom tactics. I set the defensive style on press after possession loss. The width, I do up it by 1, and then for the depth, I go ahead and minus it by 2. Having low depth this year is really effective. For the offensive style, go ahead and set it on fast build up. I leave the width the same. Then for the players in the box, I up it by 1. I do leave corners and free kicks the same. So those right there are my custom tactics. Then for the player instructions, I set the right back and left back on stay back while attacking, the CDM on cut passing lane, stay back while attacking and cover center, the 2 center mids on cover center, the center attacking mid on stay forward and free roam, and the 2 strikers on get on behind and stay forward. If you guys do attack more like through the middle, go ahead and set the strikers on stay central. So those right there are my custom tactics and my player instructions. Go ahead and copy them, see if they work for you. They're obviously not going to work for everybody. It really depends on your playstyle. So again, that right there has been the 200k squad builder, an awesome team around that player of the month, Carlos Vela. In my opinion, a must-do SBC for the price. A very good card, highly recommended. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like on the video if you have, and let me know down below in the comment section what team you guys do want to see next. Subscribe if you're new. It's been ETG, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.